telling them to be tender-hearted. He's telling them to forgive one another. Scripture tells us how we ought to treat each other. Scripture tells us how we ought to treat the world. Scripture tells us how we ought to treat those people who may not like us, those people who may call themselves our enemies, right? Jesus says in the Sermon on the Mount, you've heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. So Scripture tells us how to behave. It tells us how to live in this world. It tells us how not to be conformed to this world, but to live as God's people, godly lives. It tells us how to treat the world out there, and it tells us how to treat our family in here.